Yes, this is really happening. I'm about to do a video on a TikTok trend. Hi, my name is Sarah and my channel is knottygnome Crafts. Welcome. If this is your first time viewing my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're coming back, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Today's video is all about the coastal grandmother trend. It's been a little while since I've done something for my Sew Inspo series, and all of the coastal grandmother trend is all the rage right now. I really feel like it is ultimately more of a lifestyle. It's something that is very classic and timeless, and that's why I decided to do a video on sewing patterns that you can use to fit into this trend, because I really think that it's something that could last forever. It's not something that's going to be out of style in just a few months. So if you're not familiar, the coastal grandmother trend was started on TikTok, and I am not on TikTok because I am old, but I will put some links in the description box so that you can check out more about the trend if you are interested. I'm also not going to be posting other people's images, but just to give you a brief description of what the trend entails. It's all about that relaxed, breezy, classic, elegant style. There's often a lot of lighter colored neutrals or softer, lower contrast sort of neutrals, so things like whites, creams, beiges, tans, and then darker colors like navy, charcoal, or warm browns. Not necessarily so much black, I don't think, but just kind of pairing those softer neutrals together. The trend does utilize a lot of solids, but as far as prints goes, I think that you can also incorporate classic prints like stripes, checks, plaids, gingham, things like small-scale polka dots or even small-scale florals. But for this particular aesthetic, I would probably shy away from like the really high contrast, big, bold prints. I don't think that that really fits into this. It's really more of your classic kinds of prints. The clothing is often very comfortable and not restrictive, maybe a little bit oversized. There's often a lot of texture, things like rib knits. As we're heading into fall and winter, sort of cable knits, mixing of different textures, and lots of natural fibers like cottons and linens. Things like shirtings, double gauze, twill. So I really think that this sort of aesthetic can appeal to all of us regardless of your age. And like I said, these pieces are actually not super trendy. Most of them are basics that you can incorporate into your everyday wardrobe and keep on wearing them for years to come. That's really why I wanted to do this video. Now I have chosen 12 free patterns to share with you today. And the reason that I chose to build my Coastal Grandmother capsule with free patterns is because I wanted it to be accessible to everyone. The links to these patterns will be in the description box, and I will be putting up photos, line drawings, and the sizing charts as we go. So let's just get started. So starting off with tops, the first top that I've chosen is the Paradise Patterns Blama Tank. This pattern comes in sizes 0 to 16, and it does have a B cup and a D cup option. This is a really simple tank top. It has a high neck and there's plenty of coverage. And I think that it would be excellent in a rib knit or maybe a stripe. I think either one of those would be a classic addition to a coastal grandmother wardrobe because you can mix and match it with lots of different pieces. It looks good with pants, shorts, and skirts. So I just think that it's a very simple, easy tank top to wear, and it's really great for layering too because you could put it under other things. And that kind of practicality is what is part of the coastal grandmother vibe. Number 2 is the Alice & Company V&A customizable shirt. That comes in sizes A to I. Now this pattern has a ton of different options. For the particular coastal grandmother look, I would probably stay away from the ruffly versions, but either the plain shirt or the one with the bigger sleeves I think would work with that vibe. It has a half placket, and I think that it would be beautiful in a shirting fabric, either a solid or something like a small vertical stripe. I think that it is a wonderful piece that you could wear with many different things, and I think that it really mixes and matches well with the other pieces that I'm going to talk about in this wardrobe. Next, we have a couple of t-shirt options. So the first one is the French Navy Stellan tee. That one comes in sizes UK 6 to 18. So this is a slightly oversized tee. It's a little bit boxy. It has a crew neck. The sleeves are a little bit longer. They're almost like elbow length, and then it has a curved hem. So for the coastal grandmother look, I think that it would be best if you used a fabric that wasn't too stiff. Maybe a jersey that has a little bit of drape to it and a little bit of flow that would skim over the body. I think that a linen knit would actually be ideal, although I know those can be difficult to find. If you didn't want to do a solid, I think that it would look beautiful in a stripe or something like a small scale floral. The next top is the Grainline Studio Hemlock Tee. This comes in sizes 0 to 30, so I wanted to include a t-shirt that has a little bit wider of a size range than the Stellan, and it also has a little bit of a different fit to it. So this Hemlock Tee has options for short sleeve, 3/4, or long. It's also a boxy tee with a little bit of a higher neck, but I believe the Hemlock Tee is a slightly more boat neck style, and the fit is a little bit more of a trapeze shape. It sort of goes out more at the bottom. I think that the cover picture would be ideal for the Coastal Grandmother wardrobe. That sort of low contrast stripe would be beautiful. And I think that the 3/4 or long sleeve options are perfect for a little bit more sun coverage and to keep your skin nice and covered, even in the summertime. The last top that I have for you is the Elizabeth Suzanne Georgia top and dress. Now this is under a pay what you can model, so there are options to pay if you can, but it is available for free technically. It comes in sizes OSM up to OSP3. Don't ask me what that means. I'll put the sizing chart up on the screen. I think that both the top version and the dress version fit in perfectly with the Coastal Grandmother vibe. It would be ideal in a linen, and if you made the dress and you wanted to give it a little bit more shape, you could add a belt, and I would just imagine wearing this walking on the beach with some nice flat leather sandals. I think that it works perfectly with the Coastal Grandmother look, and it would also just be so incredibly comfortable. Number 6 on the list is the Peppermint Magazine LB Textiles Wide Strap Maxi Dress. This comes in sizes A to J. This is just the ultimate loose fit maxi dress. So incredibly comfortable. You have it on and you just feel like you're wearing nothing. It's ideal for a beach cover up. And can't you see yourself just walking on the beach in this dress with a sun hat on and just without a care in the world? I think that is perfect. It would be wonderful for both like a cotton poplin, but also like a linen, or you could make it in something drapier like a rayon. I just really like how it has elastic in the back that brings it in, makes it a little bit more fitted to your chest, and it just drapes over and flows the rest of the way. Moving on to bottoms. Number 7 on the list is the fabricstore.com Sarah trousers. This comes in sizes 0 to 30. This is a classic pleated front trouser. Very similar vibes to like a chino or a tailored trouser. It would be ideal in something like a cotton twill, although you could also make it in linen, or even like a lightweight denim would work. If you didn't want to do a solid, I think they would be beautiful in a plaid or maybe even a small scale polka dot, and it would mix really well with all of the tops that we've already talked about. What I really like about this tailored trouser is that it is not super tight to the body, but it's also not super huge either, so it's kind of like this nice happy medium. I think that it looks really elegant and classy, but it's not too baggy and oversized. Number 8 is the Elizabeth Suzanne Florence pant, and again it has the pay-as-you-go system. This is the classic elastic waist wide leg trouser. It's perfect for beginners. It does not have pockets, but that's something that you could add on your own if you really wanted to. It has super wide legs. It's almost sort of a culotte style. It would be ideal in linen. And I just think that the comfort of the elastic waist with the wide legs, it's just perfect. Can you imagine just walking along the beach in the breeze? I think that it is a wonderful silhouette for that Coastal Grandmother vibe. Rounding out the bottoms, we have the Peppermint Magazine Paper Theory Pocket Skirt. This comes in sizes UK 6 to 28. It has an elasticized waist, and it's a bit of a midi skirt, very loose, very swingy, and it has gigantic pockets, which I would imagine that for the Coastal Grandmother look, it's ideal because the pockets are so big that you could easily pick up shells that you collect on the beach, or maybe have it to hold your gardening tools if you're out in the garden doing some work. I just think that it is a wonderful skirt, very, very comfortable, and works well with all of the tops that I've already mentioned. For number 10, I have one layering piece, and that is the Sinclair Patterns Harper Cardigan. This comes in sizes 0 to 30, and there are different height brackets. So this cardigan comes in multiple views and has different lengths, but for the Coastal Grandmother look, I would probably go for one of the longer ones, probably at least the mid-thigh, maybe even down to the duster, and I would make it out of something like a soft sweater knit, or if it's colder, maybe go for that cable knit. I just think that the open front cardigan with the pockets is the ultimate and cozy. It has that Hugo style feel, and it would work wonderfully as a layering piece if it gets a little bit chilly in the evenings or it's a little bit of a windy day. I think that having a nice, easy to wear cardigan is an essential for the Coastal Grandmother look. The last two patterns I have to share with you are accessories. So the first one is the Merchant & Mills bucket hat. This comes in adult sizes from medium to extra large. And the reason that I picked this particular pattern is because there are two different brim options. You have the shorter one that's more of your classic bucket hat style, or there is a wider one that's more of a sun hat. I definitely think having a hat that gives you sun protection is super key for the coastal grandmother vibe. And of course, there are always the solid color options, but if you wanted to go for a print, I think that this would look beautiful in a gingham fabric or a plaid. And you could even make it double-sided, so maybe one side is a solid and one side is a print, and then you can choose whatever goes best with your outfit. The last free pattern that I have to share with you is the Chalk and Notch Sun Tote. This comes in sizes small up to large. It's a very simple tote, but it has pockets. I believe it's unlined. And having that variety of sizes is nice because you can use whatever size fits your needs. You could use it as a beach bag, or if you have the smaller tote, you could carry it around as a purse. And I think the look of the classic tote fits really, really well with the coastal grandmother trend. And the bag would pair seamlessly with all of the other pieces in your capsule wardrobe, depending on what fabric you chose. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any other pattern suggestions that would work well with the coastal grandmother trend. Are you someone who follows trends? Do you even really think this is a trend? I kind of think it's more of a lifestyle. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed watching this, I would really appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up because it helps more people find my channel. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos, and I will see you again next time.